during our COVID-19 stretch. I do look forward to seeing all my colleagues and everyone in person soon, hopefully. But in the meantime, I guess we'll continue on. So, first of all, the agenda. Would someone like to move the approval of the agenda? Okay, I've got Deputy Mayor and Councillor Granter. Okay, all those in favor? Counterminded? Okay, I'm having some trouble with your audio here. 1 second, guys. One second. Technical difficulties. Unmute. Okay. Sorry, 1 second there, guys. Okay, I think I got everyone now. We'll do that again. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded?
Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
No,
Counterminded? Okay, carried. Go ahead.
Yeah.
What was that, Byrne?
Yeah, no, I wanted to ask you, Mr. Mayor, and that before we got lost in the sound system here. I was going to ask you if we could talk about Lewin Parkway before the meeting was finished.
On the formal agenda, or just a information note? What was it?
Well, I sent you an email about the condition of the road. I just wanted to talk to you and the council for a minute after that. Maybe we could do it at the end. Absolutely,
sounds good. Okay, moving right along. Minutes. We had some minutes from the regular council meeting on April 27th. Would someone like to move the approval of those minutes?
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, and Josh, you're muted there too. 1 second. I got Josh there as well. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Next, we have some minutes from confirmation of minutes. So occasionally, I guess council has to meet outside of the public meeting schedule to approve things, either because they're confidential or because they're timely and need to be dealt with. So Deputy Mayor, if you would, could take us through, and I think that it would be, I think that actually everything there is pretty straightforward. If you would like, you don't have to read the whole, you could just read the resolution if you want. I don't know that you need to read both the title and the resolution, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. In accordance with Section 41(3) of the City of Cornerbeck Act, where a decision is made by councillors at a privileged meeting, the decision, in order to be valid, shall be ratified at a public meeting of council. Council and committee meeting, May 4th, 2020. It is resolved to waive the 24-hour limit and approve the agenda to consider the following matter: board appointment, NL 911 Bureau. I so move.
Okay.
Second it.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Go ahead.
It is resolved. To reappoint Todd Flynn, Director of Protective Services, as the City of Cornerbrook's representative on the NL 911 Board of Directors. I so move.
Thank you.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Councillor Carey. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Okay.
Council in committee meeting, May 11, 2020. It is resolved to ratify the agenda, that the agenda be approved as circulated. I so move.
Thank you.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Okay, carried. Go ahead.
Okay, it is resolved to award the tender for contract 2020-03 911 PSAB redundant line to Cangrow Services Limited for the tender price of $51,750, HST included. I so move.
You. Someone like to second that one?
Second.
Thank you, Counselor. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried.
It is resolved to award the tender for the City Hall replacement flooring contract 2020-007 to Urban Flooring Contractors Limited for a tender price of $42,895, HST included. I so move.
Okay, seconder there.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Go ahead.
Council and Committee meeting May 14, 2020. It is resolved to approve the agenda as circulated. I so move.
You, someone like to second that
Second,
one?
Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried.
It is resolved to accept the conflict of interest for Councilors Staben and Councilors Carey with regards to the Wall Cove landfill site request for assistance. I so move.
Thank you.
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Okay, carried.
It is resolved to accept the quotation for hired equipment services as stated in the attached document for a 7-month period, May 22nd, 2020 to December 21st, 2020, on a standing offer basis. I so move.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried.
And finally, it is resolved to authorize the Director of Protective Services to allocate municipal enforcement officials to provide traffic control to Western Regional Service Board to assist with the reopening of the landfill site. I so move.
Seconder?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded?
Mr. Mayor, we were in a conflict on that one, I do believe, so therefore
Yes.
vote on that motion.
Yes, you were, and that's right. That's sort of awkward having to ratify something that a minute for a meeting where you're not even present.
Exactly, Mr. Mayor, so I guess I can't vote on that.
No. And again, thanks to our colleagues over at Western Regional Waste Management. I think we're getting that open. I hope you had a good start. How did it go, Josh?
It went fairly well today. Light traffic this morning, not at all sites. Some sites were heavier than others. A little bit heavier this afternoon, but not the rush that we anticipated. So we've checked a couple of the other sites. We may see that rush tomorrow, but it was busy, but not, and steady, but not the lineup of traffic that we anticipated.
Excellent. Oh, good. And we're glad that we can help you guys out a little bit with that one and get it for all our residents.
Yeah, I just hope that the residents continue to follow, I guess, the alphabetized process, and then we'll get through this in an organized manner.
Perfect.
Quick question now, if I'm permitted.
Yes, go ahead.
The municipal police were supposed to be there today. Were they there all day or just on a call in need basis?
We'll just ask Mr. Flynn.
They were there for the day, is my understanding, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah, they were there. They started off at 8 o'clock this morning with light traffic. They just went back and forth and monitored. They passed on their contact information.
Okay.
to Quinn
Okay.
over. And if there's any issues, he was to call, and they continue to monitor it throughout today. So
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Good. Good. Okay. We have a couple proclamations, I guess, since our last meeting. One that I just signed was for Recreation Month, which is in June of 2020. And again, that is to, I guess, recognize that recreation enhances quality of life, active living, and lifelong learning. It helps people to live happier and longer, and develops creativity and builds healthy bodies and positive lifestyle. So therefore, we'll proclaim June to be Recreation Month in the city of Corner Brook. Another that I was very happy to sign was the World Ovarian Cancer Day. And this is whereas 2,800 Canadian women will be newly diagnosed with ovarian cancer this year. And whereas ovarian cancer is the 5th most common cancer for women and the most serious of women's cancer. And I encourage, of course, all citizens of Corner Brook and the province to talk about their health and providers about ovarian cancer and seek to learn more about the disease. So that was on May 8th of this month. Moving right along, we've got a couple tenders here. First, I guess, Councillor Staben, supply of asphalt, concrete, and granular materials.
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
I guess before you begin there, Councillor Granter, would
Yes, Mayor.
yeah,
Declare a conflict since one of the companies that was a part of the bidding process is a subsidiary company of the company that I worked with. So declare a conflict.
absolutely, and I guess without objection, we'll declare the councillor, fair to say?
Yep.
Okay, so we'll note that for the record, that you will not vote on this one, Councillor Granter.
Thank you.
Thank you.
all right, thank you, Mr. Mayor. Well, right now, at this moment, there is no standing offer existing for the supply of asphalt, concrete, and granular materials. Therefore, quotations were recently invited by the City of Corner Brook for the supply of those three above, asphalt, concrete, and granular material, at a standing offer basis for the period of June the 1st, 2020 to May 31st, 2023, 3 years. Unit prices were requested for ready mix concrete, hot mix surface asphalt, Class A, Class B, pit run, quarry stone, topsoil, 40 millimeter wash stone, quarter inch minus, 4 inch minus, 6 inch minus, and pea gravel. The tender closed on May the 15th, 2020, and all compliant quotations are indicated in the attached table, Mr. Mayor. Therefore, be it resolved that the Corner Brook City Council staff accept the recommendation to accept the quotations for the supply of asphalt, concrete, and granular material as stated in the attached table for the period of June the 1st, 2020 to May 31st, 2023 on a standing offer. So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Seconded by Councillor Carey. Any questions on this item?
No.
Some of them, Mr. Mayor, and not all, but there's a couple there that there was quite a difference between the quotes. In terms of just the topsoil being one that stands out immediately, and the other one being the pea gravel. There was quite a distance, a spread among the various tenderers.
And that counselor is based on what the different suppliers have available. Like I said, like one of them suppliers with the low topsoil may be stripping off part of their quarry this year or the next couple of years, so they could provide it at a lower price than someone who actually has to manufacture it. So the pricing for the next 3 years is quite good. It's lower pricing than we've seen in the past, so we're quite happy with the results.
Good prices.
Mr. Mayor, I think it's great that it's for 3 years. I think that, as you know, last year we had a little bit of a difficult time with some of this, so this is great for the next 3 years.
Absolutely, yeah. Okay. Any other questions there or comments?
No.
Okay, well, let's move along. Who would, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. Excellent. Okay, next we have, I guess, the Confederation Drive, West Valley Road Roundabout Amendment number 1.
Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
before we start, there's a wrong street down below. It refers to it as East Valley Road, if you look through our documents.
Should be West Valley.
It should be
okay.
West Valley, so just change that because we're looking at something that's totally different than what we have up on the top. It's
Okay.
just a typo or whatever, but
It is a typo, I guess, unless, Mr. Charters, something dramatic has happened that we're not aware of.
What's happening in East Valley there?
Okay, and again, we'll ask Councillor Granter to take us, walk us through that one, if you would please.
Thank you, Mayor. This RFD is intended to address the full-time resident inspection during the construction of the intersection, including reporting to the city, supervision of the contractor, and final inspection of the work. The Confederation Drive West Valley Road roundabout is funded under the Canada, Newfoundland, Rural and Northern Communities Infrastructure Program and consists of the construction of a new roundabout at the intersection of Confederation Drive and West Valley Road. The City of Corner Brook has retained Arbourside Engineering Consultants to provide engineering design and contract administration for the project, and a PCA is in place for that work. At the time of the original RFP for the work, there was a possible option that due to limited capital works projects scheduled for the 2020 construction season, residential inspection services for this project may have been achieved using existing city engineering department staff. Due to other work commitments and the expected level of effort expected for the roundabout construction, this option is no longer available and outside resources are required to oversee the work. So recommendation from staff, option one, that the council of the City of Corner Brook approve the amendment number 1 for Arbourside Transportation Consultants in the amount of $39,916.50, HST included, for an increase in consulting services related to the Confederation Drive West Valley Road roundabout, and that the following motion be supported. So for the record, Mr. Mayor, I move that motion.
Okay, perfect.
Second it.
Thank you, Councillor Staben. Questions on this item?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I got a couple questions.
Go ahead.
As I read into the record, it's a shared project funded under the Canada, Newfoundland, Rural and Northern Communities Infrastructure Program. This $39,916.50, is that also cost shared between all of the partners, including the provincial government, federal departments, and the city? Or is it the $40,000, a sum that would be fall on the shoulders of the taxpayers of the City of Corner Brook?
Charters?
All of this would fall under the envelope of the total contribution from all parties. So around the 900,000, this would all fall into that envelope. So it's not extra on top of that.
So I guess to answer your question, I guess it would be cost shared, just like the rest of it.
That's correct.
$14,000-$15,000?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And the other question, one quick follow-up. In my preamble, it said that the service, this work was previously earmarked to be provided by a current city engineering department staff. So would that not have already been a budget line in the overall cost of the project? No matter who's doing the work, whether it's when you do a project, if it's assigned to city staff or assigned to a consultant or assigned to someone else, should there not be a budget line for that particular service, even though it's going to be provided by city workers?
Go ahead, Mr.
I'm
Charters.
not sure if you understand my question or not, but
I think I understand it. We typically that piece of that service would be a budget line in a typical tender document or RP document. However, in this case, we were hoping to save a little bit of money and have our staff do it, which would be just their wages. There'd be no cost typically charged to the project itself. But in this case, plans have changed. We've got some bigger projects, more complicated projects. So now we have to go to that third party. I would note that all the proponents actually bid on this section. It was just an optional piece that was put in the tender documents.
and one more follow-up. There's two more follow-ups, but I'll put them all into one. Are there any other areas in the scope of the project whereby we plan on using current city staff to do the work, and we anticipate not being able to use the current city staff, and whereby we would have to go now to an external, more amendments? This is amendment number 1. Should we get into amendment number 2, amendment number 3, that will cost extra monies? with the understanding that previously city staff or city workers would have been participated in that particular project. Do we anticipate any more?
No, the only component that we thought we may have been able to handle would have been the inspection. Everything else is completed by the contractor.
So the additional cost to the city of Corner Brook is $13,000 to $15,000.
That's correct, but it is within the existing envelope, so it's not going over and above the original amount. It's all included in that.
It
envelope.
may not be an extra cost.
Okay,
That's right.
thank you very much.
Yeah.
As long as that's the case, thank you.
Any other questions there? Councillor Chason, did you have something?
I guess you sort of answered my question because I had, like, do we have a commitment from the other parties in saying, yes, that they will certainly give to it? But if it's coming out of the 80, how much do we get? 890, what do we have committed for that project? Total, Mr. Charters?
I believe it was 890,000. I don't have the number right off the top of my
Okay, but don't matter. Let's just round it off. So out of the 890,000, this $39,916.50 is coming out of that 800,000 plus that's being given to us, or what we're
Yes.
all committing?
That's correct, yes.
Okay.
So Darren, you said that this, because this is on the engineering side. So usually, of course, on the PCA for engineering, we're dealing with the design and supervision. And when we went to the tender on the original for the engineering work, that price was included as part of their bid before, but we were going to not execute it just so we could save some money and do it in-house.
Not quite. It was bid as an optional component.
Oh, okay.
So we have the option, we had the option with the consulting firm to add that piece, and this is what we're requesting now.
But usually, of course, I guess in a lot of our construction projects, the design and supervision, of which this is the second bit, would be part of the one contract, right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Another question?
Yes.
Okay. How big is the scope of that work? Like, is that like a 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 10 months, 8 months for the full duration of the whole contract? Or what is it?
Are we talking about construction only?
Well, whatever this tender includes, what would that include? Just the oversight or what?
The consulting piece.
Lost it.
The consulting piece is from day one to day finish. So this piece would be included throughout the project.
Okay. Any chance that could go over, Director Charters?
There's always a chance it could go over, but we are going to put pressure on all of our consultants and contractors to be as close to budget as possible.
An example of this one, Councillor Chason as well, I guess, we've been dealing with bigger projects like the combined sewer, where as timelines go longer, quite often, I guess, the supervising engineer will have a change order for additional time and money, which is often comes off of the invoice from the contractor themselves. So I would imagine it'd be a similar situation here in terms of general risk, unless there's scope change in the project overall.
That's
And that will come back to us. That will definitely come back to us to be approved or give our sanction on. Okay. And Director Charters, you will be watching this closely?
I am watching this extremely closely. Yes, ma'am.
Just want to ask that question. You got your eye on the roundabout, do you?
Mr. Mayor, if I could.
Yes, go ahead.
Darren, do we anticipate a road closure there at any time, like a complete shut or, like what is going on?
We are trying to avoid full closures, given the lack of a really good detour route there. Right now, it looks like only delays, but we are shooting for no road closures there. That's not to say that we could have intermittent closures. However, it could happen where we do have to shut a leg down. Roads are notoriously difficult to construct and maintain traffic. We're going to do our best. Our consultants are very good at this, planning this, so we don't anticipate any closures at this time, but I can't promise that.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Any other questions here? Okay. Okay, so all those in favor of this amendment, say aye.
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 Counterminded? Carried. Okay. Councillor Chason, we had a meeting with the Youth Advisory Committee. If you would, please let everyone know what's going on.
It was very uplifting, I must say. Thank you. We met through Zoom, obviously, on May the 25th, and they were, I guess, chomping at the bit to get some of their information out to myself and the mayor and to Mr. Bott. So we were quite excited. We held a virtual meeting. So the first thing that happened was one of the advisory council members had just applied for and got a grant for $1,500. And the committee's intention was to use this grant money to design and produce signage to be posted throughout the city that contain positive and uplifting messages for the signs they are going to attempt to seek out guidance and ensure the messages are inclusive and appropriate from a mental health perspective. They're actually meeting on that this evening, Mr. Mayor, to discuss some of the ideas that they all have. And I tell you, there's no shortage of ideas when it comes to this committee. The committee will be working with a local company to have the signs produced, and then the plan is to post them throughout the city. And I think it sort of is dealing with COVID, like some of the different things that when people are out for their walk. So myself and the mayor suggested, actually it was the mayor who suggested some different things and themes that we could use, but also maybe like use it as a scavenger hunt, similar to the rocks that people are finding around. And, you know, like we could have some sort of a little contest for them. So they were quite excited and have gone off on their merry way now to come back with something for us, myself and the mayor. T-shirts, we had T-shirts with the Youth Advisory Committee logo were unveiled, and they were distributed on last week. I picked them up and gave them to one of our council members, and she's going to make sure that they're delivered. But I guess the thing about it is we want them all to wear them when they go out to functions that, even though now we're not doing big functions, we will be doing smaller functions, but we will certainly want them to be wearing their T-shirts. And they were very excited about it. I guess they sort of feel part of the city with their royal blue T-shirt and their white lettering. So they're quite excited too. We also came up with an idea. The committee is planning on making arrangements to reserve a plot in one of the 3 new community gardens that are being added to the city. And we thought this was an excellent idea. It gives them, I guess, ownership. And they plan to work in the garden over the summer collectively with hopes to take anything that comes from their harvest and donate it to the local community group. Myself and the mayor asked if they could cook us dinner, but anyway, we never got many uptakes on that one, so we're not sure. They're planning to reach out to the executive director for the Western Environment Center to help them set this up. The group are planning to make a schedule so that the garden will be maintained by all members of the group, but still ensure the social distancing aspect of it. We also had Mr. Bott, the communication officer, join us last week and discuss some plans to develop an Instagram page for the city and some of the options for the youth committee to work on that, as well as to try to incorporate some of these virtual fitness ideas with the month of June being Recreation Month. The committee's plan is to hopefully collaborate with the communications officer on some of these projects in the near future. And I have no doubt that this will certainly be fulfilled, and they will do what they set out to do, let me tell you. But really interesting group. Mr. Mayor, I don't know if you want to say anything about them, but they are certainly a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, it's a real shame, I guess, that we've had this, of all years, I guess, that, we're just getting things off to a start with this committee, but Okay, we have a home-based business, Bayview Heights. Councillor Buckle, could you tell us about this one?
Yes, Mr. Mayor. The City of Cornbrook received an application requesting permission to operate a home-based business nail salon from the dwelling located at 13 Bayview Heights, which is located in a residential high-density zone. A little bit of background on it. A notice was delivered to the residents in the immediate area of 13 Bayview Heights, indicating the proposed home-based business. As a result, this notice, 3 submissions were received. Parking was the only concern of residents, and it has been reviewed, and sufficient parking is present based on the current City of Cornbrook development regulation. Also, due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic, certain restrictions on the operation of certain businesses, including nail salons, has been put in place. After review of the application and the results of the notice to the residents, the Development and Planning Department is recommending that approval be granted for the operation of the home-based business from the dwelling located at 13 Bayview Heights, subject to the application only having 1 client at any given time in the premises. The condition that should problems arise due to the operation of the nail salon, the City of Cornbrook reserves the right to revoke any granted approval for the said nail salon at this location, and the commencement of operation and operating of the nail salon fully comply with the COVID-19 restrictions currently in effect for the province of Newfoundland and Labrador. So, Mr. Mayor, I move that the Council of the City of Cornbrook approve the application to operate a home-based business nail salon from the dwelling located at 13 Bayview Heights in accordance with regulations 11 discretionary powers of the authority. I so move.
Thank you. Someone like to second this motion? Thank you, Deputy Mayor. Any questions on this?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Just reading the document and listening to Councillor Buckle, the COVID-19, the 1 client at any given time in the premises, that's after COVID-19 as well? Or is it just during COVID-19 once these salons are allowed to be open under COVID-19?
Mr. Turner?
Both. Until the restrictions are lifted by the Chief Medical Officer, no activities to occur here.
Right.
Lifted 1 max, but going forward 1 max as well. We want to ensure that there are no traffic issues in the area. So the client or the proponent has agreed to have only 1 client on the premises moving forward when it's permitted.
Yeah, I just want to be clear for the record so that the owner that's putting this forward totally understands that it's 1 person, even post COVID-19, whenever that should be.
That's correct.
Thank you.
And it's
Any other questions?
just to clarify again, Mr. Mayor, so there is no activity to occur until after COVID-19.
Until the Chief Medical Officer lifts those restrictions.
Those approved.
And I'm not sure what at what stage that is, but whatever the health order is at the time, right?
Yeah.
Any other questions? Okay. Okay, all those in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Okay, carried. And last but not least, we have a notice of motion. Councillor Carey, if you would take us through it, please.
Mr. Mayor, it's a notice of motion for recreation vehicle regulations 2019. In Section 39 of the City of Corner Brook Act, a notice of motion is required for the amendment, repeal, and passing of bylaws, regulations of the City of Corner Brook. Whereas Section 201 and Section 202 of the City of Corner Brook authorize council to make regulations prohibiting or controlling the operation of recreational vehicles not licensed under the Highway Traffic Act and Public Roads and Bridges. And further, Section 10 of the Motorized Snow Vehicles and All-Terrain Vehicles Act 1990 authorizes council to make the regulations permitting the driving of vehicles or a class of vehicles along or across a highway or part of a highway in a municipality. Notice is hereby given that at the next public council meeting, I'm assuming, Mr. Mayor, that will be 2 weeks from now, because there's not an actual date here.
Yeah, Marina, and I believe that'll be, will that be June 5th? June
Yeah, well, we're thinking right now it might be June 15th because we have
15th.
Denver coming up, yeah, so.
Okay. So did we want to leave the actual date open? Just want to leave it at the next council meeting, Mr. Mayor?
To the next public council meeting.
next
Okay.
public hearing.
Yep. At the next meeting of council, the following motion will be brought forward for consideration pursuant to the powers vested in it by virtue of Section 201 and 202 of the City of Corner Brook Act 1990 and Section 10 of the Motorized Snow Vehicle and All-Terrain Vehicle Act 1990 and all other enabling powers. The Council of the City of Corner Brook hereby amends the Recreational Vehicle Regulations 2019 by adding a revised Schedule A, which is permitting operation on more streets, including Park Street, West Street, Confederation Drive, and Georgetown Road.
Okay,
I so move, Mr. Mayor.
okay, and that one there, we of course will leave for comment and debate until next time, which will likely be, I think, June 15th. It will be the next scheduled meeting. But that's excellent. And we will publicize that, of course, as well through our media channels as well. Okay.
One question, Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
Our ATV bylaw right now opens up the rest of the city street on the 1st.
That's correct.
Okay,
First.
just want to let people know, right? Okay.
And Mr. Flynn, I guess in lieu of any change, there wouldn't be any change at this point anyway, before June 1st. So again, assuming that route will be open for traffic on June 1st. Is that
That's
correct?
correct. That's correct, Mr. Mayor.
Okay.
Mr. Mayor, Mr. Flynn has the authority, I think, to vary the bylaw somewhat as well, if I recall correctly. So there's a request to vary it outside of what currently exists for access. I believe Mr. Flynn, in consultation with the city manager, has the authority to vary that. Is that correct?
Very slightly, but I can authorize certain streets to be used by individuals for a specific purpose or for a specific time.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you all very much. We've reached the end. Yes, go, Councillor Staben.
Yeah, yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Yeah.
Thank you for your indulgence. No, I just want to speak to for a minute about the Loon Parkway.
Okay.
And I sent you and Mr. Cumbay an email. I'd like for us to send a letter to the Department of Transportation expressing our dissatisfaction and that that road will be fixed this year. The ruts from the mill up to the Walmart intersection are a disgrace. And while I can only say I've had one complaint come to me, I drive that road consistently and it's in bad shape. And so much so that even the underlying first layer of pavement now is starting to break in the ruts. And somebody's going to get hurt there one of those days. And I think I can't see us leaving that not done till, for instance, 2021. I think that we need to express our concern there now.
Mr. Mayor, can I just add a comment to Councillor Staben's comments?
Go ahead.
Can we also include in that same letter, and I know we raised this last year and it wasn't done, and I guess probably raised the year before that as well, the amount of buildup of sand and other material along the shoulders of that particular section of road is deplorable, and it will probably a bit of a risk in terms of if a car comes down there, there's no stopping at the curb because you can't see the curb anymore. In places, the material has actually overtaken the curb. So we could have that cleaned out and at least restore some of the curbs to that area as well. Would probably help out somewhat in terms of the potholes and trying to go around them.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Can I just add something at the end?
Go ahead.
I guess on behalf of, I guess, the city council, I would like to express, I guess, my condolences to the Grant family on the passing of Mr. Bob Grant on May the 22nd. He died one month before his 101st birthday. Many of us saw Mr. Grant. He was a very interesting gentleman, but we all saw him at the parade for Remembrance Day. So he was a very active member of our Royal Canadian Legion, and I would just like to say, sorry to the family, and God bless.
Excellent sentiment. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll say goodbye to our home audience on Rogers and BOIR. But if you can remain behind, I guess we have a short in-camera session of council after to deal with. So thank you all very much. I will bang my virtual gavel and declare the meeting adjourned.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
everyone stay
Stay-
put, and I'll say goodbye to you.